I'm a Boris fan. I wasn't a Boris fan, but I am now. I don't think he actually stood a chance. He won a majority. They used him to get in power because this government have been going down the plug hole for the last 10 years.
What do you say to the people who are saying Boris Johnson tainted the high office of Prime Minister? He's a flawed character. Half of the country would say that. The other half would say he's an election winner who'll take some passion and pride, bounce out of 10 Downing Street and have a go at Starmer. What would you say?
Yes, well, I think this government is flawed anyway. They're the biggest liars going, and they have been for the last 10 years. They've done nothing but raise taxes, cutbacks. We have Mrs May, who ruined the police force, and then she has the audacity to go out and give lectures for £140,000 a term.
Would you vote for Boris?
I would. I'd vote for Boris for the simple reason that he came in with a majority, and this government have no right to elect members that don't have a mandate. If they do not bring Boris back, I think they should go to the country and let's have an election.
Morally, this is Boris's parliament. They shouldn't have taken it off him. He earned it for us in 2019, and they should give it back to him. I heard one of your callers this morning criticise Boris for not acting thoroughly on his manifesto, and that's a little bit unfair, I'd say, because, you know, COVID took 2 years of the Parliament. He did bring a lot of things in from his manifesto, like levelling up, and he also obviously finished Brexit. Now, as far as Rishi Sunak's concerned, if he's so good on the economy, he could go back in as Chancellor if he wants to do it, and he wants what's best for the country. But the main thing for me, for Boris, is he earned the mandate, he built the manifesto, and which is the one of these candidates that Labour fear the most?
Yep, completely.
Now, if Boris came back in...
I think there's a problem, though, just with Rishi Sunak coming back in as Chancellor. That, of course, could happen in the longer term, but in terms of this fiscal statement that is going to come the Monday week, so we're going to probably have a new Prime Minister next Friday, this day week, or maybe Saturday by the time they get in, but the fiscal statement's coming on Monday, so if you change to Rishi Sunak really quickly, well, then that's going to upset the markets yet again and cause more economic turmoil.
Gareth, for me, I said it earlier, and I want to get as many people on as possible. I wonder whether there will be, I'm not going to call it a stitch-up, an agreement. Everybody's going, oh, Sunak and Mordaunt. You know, Boris Johnson might sit in a room with Penny Mordaunt. That's perfectly feasible. He might sit down with Sunak and go, Pete doesn't agree with me, but he might say, listen, I'll do 2 years and then it's down to you. Interesting times.
I don't think we should have a general election because will it not, do we have to dissolve Parliament without a leader? We've got so much going on. We've got the illegal channel crossings, we've got protests. We need someone to take hold and get in charge of the country. I don't think we need another general election. I think we need a leader at this time.
Right, let's talk about that very specifically. Are you a Tory voter?
Well, do you know what? I keep saying I'm not going to vote Tory again, but then I don't want to vote Labour, so I have nowhere to go. So
if you were... If I said to you, you pick a leader and that would change your mind and make you vote Tory, would that be Rishi Sunak, Penny Mordaunt or Boris Johnson?
But it'd be Boris by default because I thought Boris was good, but the thing is what he done in regards to Partygate sticks to my throat because I lost my mum last year and we had to go through everything that was in COVID. We couldn't have loads of people awake because of restrictions, etc. But do I just forget that and move forward?